Do you absolutely dread small talk? I mean, really? Well, what if I told you there's a simple daily routine that could completely transform your conversational skills? Today, we are going to dive right into Patrick King's Better Small Talk and build that exact challenge step by step together.
Oh, we've all been there, right? That moment when the conversation just dies. Your mind goes completely blank, the silence feels, 1,000 times louder than it should, and you are just scrambling for anything to say. It is such a universally uncomfortable feeling. But you know what? It really doesn't have to be your reality.
So, how are we going to fix this? Not with some big, complicated theory, but with a super practical, daily routine you can literally start today. We're going to build that confidence and make every single conversation you have feel way more natural. All right, first things first. You know how an athlete warms up before a big game? Well, you've got to warm up before you socialize. This first challenge is something you can do right in the privacy of your own home to get your voice and, let's be honest, your confidence totally ready for action.
It sounds almost too simple, doesn't it? But just think about it for a second. Before a party, or even just a quick trip to the grocery store, grab a book, any book. Reading out loud literally warms up your vocal cords. It shifts you from being kind of passive and in your own head to being expressive. You're basically getting ready for your own performance.
And look, it's not just about reading the words on the page, it's about performing them. Try to really emphasize the emotions you find in the text. Focus on pronouncing every single word clearly. You can even check your breathing. Try placing a hand on your stomach, just like a singer would. But you know, my favorite tip from this list? Use a silly voice. Seriously. The point isn't to be perfect, it's to get comfortable and playful with the sound of your own voice. It helps break you out of that comfort zone before you even walk out the door.
Okay, let's move on to our next prep step. This is all about creating your secret weapon for pretty much any conversation. It's what's going to make sure you are never, ever caught off guard again.
And no, don't worry, you're not actually printing out a resume. This is all in your head. Think of it like a mental list of your go-to topics. It's like having an ace up your sleeve for that exact moment you feel that awkward silence starting to creep back in.
And building this list is actually way simpler than it sounds. Just think about it for a sec. What's an accomplishment you're genuinely proud of? What about a quirky habit you have? Or a funny story from just last week? It could even be about a show you're binging right now. Just having a few of these in your back pocket means you'll always have something interesting to pull out and share. All right, you have warmed up your voice, you've prepped your material. Now it's time to actually take these skills out into the real world. But we're going to start with a very, very small, and I mean incredibly low pressure first step. So what's this incredibly tiny step? It's just this, 10 seconds. That's it. We're not talking about some deep 30-minute heart-to-heart. No, just 10 seconds of interaction. That is the entire goal.
The bar for success here is so low, and that's exactly the point. It's all about building a tiny micro habit. Just say good morning to the person making your coffee. Comment on the weather to someone in line. I mean, like Patrick King says, even just making eye contact and smiling, that counts. You're just practicing the simple act of starting.
You know, all these actions, the warm-up, the resume, that 10-second interaction, they aren't just random exercises. They're actually tools. They're designed to support a much bigger, much more fundamental shift, changing your entire mindset about how you connect with people.
This quote, wow, it just gets right to the heart of it all. If you walk up to someone thinking, this is a stranger, you're already putting up a wall. But what if you approach them with just a little bit of curiosity, assuming you might have something in common? Well, then you're opening a door. Your mindset literally shapes the outcome before a word is even spoken.
So many of us say we hate small talk, right? But this quote puts it into the perfect perspective. You can't just jump to the deep, meaningful conversation, that's the marriage, without going through the initial, lighter chat, that's the dating. Small talk isn't some annoying obstacle. It's the absolutely essential, unavoidable starting point.
And here is a super practical way to make that small talk more meaningful, faster. Try to move beyond what we call a level 1 compliment, something about appearance. Instead, aim for level 2. Compliment someone's choice of a book or their really interesting take on a topic or a habit you admire. Complimenting their choices shows you're paying attention to who they are, not just what they look like. And believe me, that makes people feel truly seen.
Okay, so let's bring this all together. We've gone through the prep work, the actual practice, and the philosophy behind it all. So now, here it is, your simple, actionable checklist for your daily small talk challenge.
This is it. This is your daily practice.
Just spend a few minutes warming up your voice. Mentally run through one or two of your conversation resume topics. Initiate one tiny 10-second interaction. And try to give just one person a really thoughtful level 2 compliment. This simple routine, when you practice it every day, is going to build some incredible confidence and skill.
And really, that's what this is all about. Every single person you meet is a potential friend, a potential colleague, a potential connection. By practicing these little steps every day, you're not just getting better at talking, you're opening up an entire world of new possibilities. So the only question left is, who are you going to talk to today?